Welcome once again to the studio, coming to you live from the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals here at New Orleans on a rather chilly day, but the weather's looking good, so hopefully tonight we're going to have a nice quiet night, unlike last night with the wind. So first of all, I thought I'd give you a little bit of an intro into what we're doing. We've got a new competition that I told you about earlier today, and I have the lucky drivers sitting with me whose helmets have been selected for the new challenge for the helmets. So first, yesterday on track, first day for this helmet I think on track, but the others have been to the grand finals before. So I thought what we'd actually do is put the helmets onto Facebook and make a competition. And we have to get all the race fans out there voting for which helmet you like. So we're going to have a little bit of insight into the helmet. Simon Wagner, DD2 class, you're up first. Simon, can you tell us a little bit about the design? Where did this design come from for your helmet?
Yeah, we had the grand final in Alain, and we thought we have to do something special because there's Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and my brother and me, we did together this great design.
It's fantastic, really fantastic.
Yeah, I also want to thank my mom,
Thanks,
and
Mom.
my dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the mechanics and all the stuff.
Okay, so all these names around are the people that support you.
You can see in the blue.
Yeah. Now,
yes.
How did you find someone to do all this? On the top, you've got all the photos, beautiful photos of you racing on the podium and everything. How did you find someone to create your design?
Jake Ball from Great Britain. He also drove Rotax.
Yeah.
He could paint this great helmet.
Okay, so Jake is the man behind it, and it's really, really outstanding. How many years? 3 years now you've had this, yeah?
Now 3 years.
The third grand finals that you've worn this helmet. Okay. Now, who have we got next? Morgan Hipp. Morgan, masters here in the DD2 class. You have something I've never seen before in your helmet. It looks exactly like a Rotax engine on your head. So, Morgan, where did this idea come from?
My father and me.
Yeah? So your father and yourself designed this?
Yes.
This idea, yeah? And again, who did you find to create this for you? Which designer?
Nush Wassin.
Nush, okay, this is the French designer,
Yes.
And I know this is actually Arno Converse, the helmet,
Yes.
And I've heard from a few people that it's quite outstanding. I've not seen it, but we'll all have a look on the internet. So how long did it take, really, for this to happen? They made the design. I think you said to me before it was about 1.5 months. He had this idea.
2 months.
2 months to paint?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so 2 months in the making. Maybe you can just show us a little bit, turn the helmet around. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but it's actually a Rotax engine. It's got the serial number, it has the power valve cap, the cap as well, everything. Piston and... Incredible. Yes, it's got the serial number on the side. Fantastic. It's really a masterpiece, but when you're wearing it, it looks like you've just got the engine on your head, you know? Yes. So, no, it's really fantastic and incredible. 2 months.
2 months.
To create this. So, it's fantastic. Now, last but not least, this one was for Portimao, last year's grand finals in Portugal. Yes. This one was for Elaine, and this one, Kevin Ludi, DD2 driver from Switzerland, is...
This one is for New Orleans and after also for Vegas.
Yeah, so this is the US version.
Exactly.
This is the latest one. I think you said yesterday, I don't know if I want to wear this or not.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised. Should I take this really nice helmet on to drive? And in the end, it's a shame when you have a good work like this and you don't put it on. I think that's the main goal for every designer. But he really built up a really nice helmet.
Yeah.
And
who designed the helmet? Was it your idea or?
Yeah, it's the helmet is on the same bus from my old design from my old the last helmet.
Yeah.
But right now I want to have a version like American style a bit with the blink and with the flash and all this stuff, and so he made me a new one.
Yeah, it's got lots of bling actually.
Exactly.
Are they real diamonds or Swarovski?
I'm not sure about when it would be the right diamonds. I think I would take them off.
Yes, they're very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the latest version. It's got a little bit of Swiss flag and stars and stripes and everything, a little bit of Vegas and so on the back. Now, how long does this take? from start to finish?
I would lie when I say it's long. It's just 1 month for this
Yeah,
helmet.
But you had a deadline, didn't you? Because
Yeah,
suddenly you're coming to the grand
exactly. I
finals.
had a deadline. I give it, I think, one month before. I said to him, I have to go to these 2 races. I would like to have it, and we'll make a deal. When he's not finished, I don't pay the helmet. So
Okay.
it was quite a hard deal, and I was lucky for him and for me that we have this helmet. And
Yeah. Fantastic.
definitely.
And now you've got it, and hopefully, like Simon, it's going to bring you good luck.
I hope so.
And in Morgan's case, I think this is the most unusual helmet. I've never seen anything like this. Have you guys seen anything like this before?
No, not before.
No, a helmet that looks like an engine. It's fantastic. But it took 2 months to create this. So, and of course, Simon, you've carried your whole family, all your mechanics, your friends, your sponsors with you. 3rd time here at the Grand Finals. I guess it's Abu Dhabi on the back. 3rd Grand Finals helmet. So I want to thank everyone for bringing it in. And don't forget, and we're going to talk to the guys from Facebook, the team, everyone can vote for the helmet, whichever helmet they would like. You can see the photos on Facebook from tomorrow. And the winner with the most likes gets a prize. So something very special. It was going to be a car, but then I realized, as Gabby reminded me, that you couldn't take that home. So I thought maybe something like a beautiful Rotax race bag or something like this. So thank you very much for your time. Good luck tomorrow, guys, in the racing, and we'll get all your friends voting. So before we go now, we're going to show you the best part about the studio tonight are all the toys from BRP. So the people behind Rotax and this event, BRP Powertrain, bring you some of the toys for boys and girls. Please watch this and put your order in because they're fantastic. You can see all of them here on track. So take a look at this. We'll have a look.
The cockpit. The second you hit the accelerator, the moment you turn the wheel, you know this is the machine built for you. The Can-Am Commander, offering 71 or 85 horsepower, the best in class. With better acceleration and more power to climb and tow. And to top it off, superior fuel efficiency. With Can-Am's exclusive intelligent throttle control, acceleration is brisk and precise, or smooth and controlled in all types of terrain. The Can-Am Commander is now equipped with state-of-the-art dynamic power steering for precise and comfortable handling. For on-the-fly traction at any speed, DPS-equipped models now feature ViscoLock QE, the quick-engaging version of our automatic locking front differential 4x4 system. Front double ARs with dive control geometry help eliminate diving under heavy braking and provide more precise handling. And torsional trailing arm independent rear suspension eliminates scrub and camber changes for straight-ahead motion and a smoother, more controlled ride. Can-Am Commanders offer exclusive features like the industry's only dual-level cargo box, 2-inch diameter ROPS-approved gauge, the largest gas tank in the industry, quick-adjust driver's seat, and removable freestanding seats. And unlike some side-by-sides, Can-Am Commander comfortably accommodates 2 full-size adults with cockpit ergonomics focused on optimum rider and passenger comfort. Whether it's a fully equipped Commander 1000 Limited or a rugged, ready-to-customize Commander 800R, if you want a side-by-side that doesn't compromise on performance, comfort, or capability, start with the right DNA. Can-Am Commander.
Fantastic. How much fun does that look like?
That's crazy.
Lots?
Really good. Really good.
Some of the great products there from BRP, all on display here, and some of them actually driving around. I saw them, but not the Ski-Doo and Sea-Doo at this point. Okay, I'm here with Eugene and Gabby, the team from the official Rotax Facebook page, and you guys have enormous hits, I heard. Maybe you can tell us, Eugene, a little bit about what's happening with Facebook.
Yeah, the following's been really good. The main page is about 75,000 likes and
75?
yeah, 75,000 likes.
1,000?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's big Rotax family out there.
Huge.
And everybody has been tuning in this week. We get about 8,000 views on our photos and stuff that we've been posting. So it's really good. Everybody's sharing, getting good exposure for everyone as well.
What sort of photos do we find on the Facebook page?
We've put on some track action. Just I've been walking around, just taking some photos of in the paddock stuff. You don't really see too often. You know, I try to get some funny stuff. Photographers sitting down on the ground, all these different types of photos. And then we put the fastest qualifiers, trying to give the guys watching back home just a little bit of a better insight on what's happening here.
I think everyone's accessible with Facebook because wherever they are around the world, they've normally got their phone with them, so they can get onto Facebook now.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think if you don't use it, you're completely lost. There's such an easy way to reach thousands of people quickly.
Yeah, and also to see the face behind the helmet. We just saw the helmets, the face behind the helmet, and also the live timing. And what you see in the live broadcast, you don't see the guy. Who's the guy? Who's on pole? Where's he from? You know, you've got to go searching. And when you have 53 countries, everybody doesn't know everybody.
Yeah.
So this is really a good idea. We will talk to some of those guys actually just after this, but it's good that they're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, you heard me announce the challenge for the helmets. Who's got the best helmet? They're all grand finals helmets, the last 3 grand finals. So we need to get this on Facebook tomorrow and get people looking at the photos, because you'll put some photos up there, and to like their favorite helmet out of those 3. Now, the competition really was difficult. Our little jury had to decide out of 350 helmets which ones should be here. Now, of course, the grand finals ones were really outstanding. So do you think we're going to get a lot of people liking, sharing?
I hope so.
Sending in their own helmets?
Yeah, we'll see if somebody sends in their own thing. But we'll create an album we'll call it the helmet contest, and then we'll put the main picture on that will hopefully generate the most likes, and just a little bit more pictures of maybe on track action with the helmets, maybe see how it looks on track. And then, hopefully the people will get behind it and start sharing the videos, sharing the photos, and more and more people will like it. And I think you said Saturday we'll see who has the most likes.
Saturday's the day. We'll announce the big winner. So even if they're not on the podium, they're still a winner. They still have a chance. Now, you said about videos as well, because I heard that you did the video of the raffle, time lapse, and I have to watch this for sure when I get home to the hotel tonight.
I see it reached about 15,000 people.
50,000.
Yeah,
okay.
in this week so far.
We've only been here for a couple of days.
Exactly. So hopefully we can try set a record or something. But if everybody could go watch it, would be great. Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. And Gabby, thanks for helping us with Facebook. It's been wonderful. So keeping the people involved, and now we will see what happens with the helmets. If this is a good competition.
Yeah, I think so.
We might start something like the World Tire Changing Competition. It'll be the world
the helmet. Best helmet.
Yes, best helmet design. Now, talking about going through the paddock, pictures, photos, videos, Sydney actually went through the paddock today. It's kind of part 2 of our walk around the paddock. But now there's more happening, so she kind of got in there with the media and everything. We're going to take a look. Thank you guys for coming, because I know you've got heaps of work to do on Facebook.
No problem.
And we'll be looking to tomorrow, liking, get your friends to like, and maybe send us a message on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Voting. Yeah, keep voting.
Keep voting.
And if you see someone that we don't know, just tag them as well. So
yes, okay. If you see anyone in the photos that they don't know, in the photos they put on, please tag them, spread the message, and enjoy the grand finals.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll spend the next few minutes with Sydney, look around the paddock, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Cool.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to NOLA Motorsports Park for the 2013 Grand Finals. All week, everybody's been talking about how great this facility is, and that it truly is something you have to see to believe. So we thought it was about time we took you guys behind the scenes at what this facility has to offer. BRP, the parent company to Rotax, has brought their huge display of everything from Sea-Doos to Ski-Doos, Evinrudes, and even their Can-Am. I guess you could say they've got pretty much all the fun stuff. This is the Pro Shop, where we have all the official Grand Final apparel on display. It's also a popular spot for spectators to come and watch timing and scoring and see what's going on out on the track. The second floor of the Pro Shop is reserved for VIPs, where distributors and other dignitaries get to come and get the best seat in the house. You don't have to be VIP to get a great view of the track. NOLA Motorsports Park has set up these awesome grandstands that seat hundreds of people. Today, it's a little bit colder, but come this weekend, it's going to be the hot spot. We're here under the Mazda Road to Indy tent, where they have a great display of their race cars. It starts with the USF 2000 and ends with the Indy car. The spectators get to come and see what this is all about, and I'm hoping I can take this for a ride later. Every Grand Finals has a designated media room, where all the international media crew get a place to work. By the end of this week, this room is going to be packed. Before going out on track, the drivers stop here in Park Fermé to pick up their official race fuel and their tires. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed your short tour of NOLA Motorsports Park. And just a reminder, tune in to GoRotax.com and Rotax-KART.com for all your exclusive Grand Finals news and updates.
Thanks there to Sydney, a new member of our team this year in New Orleans, coming from the USA. And of course, lots more happening in the paddock now, Ken, and today Ken Walker is with me. A little bit more action on track rather than just practice with the qualifying practice. So it was a little bit exciting, a few surprises, as you say, as well today.
I thought it was a lot exciting, Jenny, not just a little bit. I really enjoyed the qualifying sessions. The easy thing to say is, hey, haven't the Americans done well on home soil? But it actually goes deeper than that. I don't think so much it's just they've come top of the pile.
No.
Daniel Formal, I've known for a long time and known that he was good. I didn't expect him today to get the better of the likes of Ben Cooper, Pierre-Luc Ouellet, Sean Babington. It was not a fluke.
No.
Very consistent. I have to say that Alan Rudolph in the DD2 Masters, I did think was perhaps the threat to what I would have seen as the class favourite, Cristiano Morgado.
He was very strong last year, but had some bad luck, of course, you know, Alan, so...
Well, he did tell you in the... He mentioned this to you in... his...
And we're going to have a little bit of a look at this.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, and this is what the guys had to say when they first came in after the session. Now, in some cases, they weren't sure. Was I quickest? Is there another session? Can I be beaten? So maybe we have a look at this first, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Sure, Kyle Kirkwood there on shot,
Kyle, first time at the Grand Finals, so we'll hear what he has to say. Well done, provisional pole.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's such an exciting session, first round, first Grand Finals. How was the session for you?
The session was great. I got a good draft about lap 3 or 4 and just pulled off that time.
Is that an important part of this circuit, getting a good slipstream?
Yeah, especially with this wind coming up against the wind, it's big key.
And what do you think about the competition here, Kyle? You've got your work cut out, I guess, now, but at this stage you're sitting in a good position.
Yeah, it's great to be qualified first and start first in all the heats.
Okay, so we've got to wait now. I guess you'll be biting your nails for the second group to go out?
Yep, I'll be watching my laps or a race monitor the whole time.
Yeah. Alrighty, well done, congratulations, and it's really good to talk to you. Great to see you here at the Grand Finals.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Just tell us in Spanish then, how was the session for you?
Bueno, ha sido una buena sección. Todos los días hemos estado trabajando fuerte, hemos tenido algunos problemas, pero bueno, yo creo que hemos hecho un gran trabajo el equipo y yo, y nada, hemos hecho una muy buena sesión.
But it was really a good and exciting finish there in the 15 minutes.
Sí, ha sido, bueno, la verdad es que no me lo esperaba. Sabía que había ido rápido, pero cuando he parado y mi mecánico me ha dicho que habíamos hecho la pole, pues nada, muy contento. Me gusta empezar así, fin de semana.
Now we'll wait and see what happens in the next session.
A ver si hay suerte. Muchas gracias.
And just for anyone who doesn't speak Spanish, Carlos said we had a few problems leading up to the qualifying, but the team worked well together, brought it all together for the final, and let's have a look. Final laps of the next session, see if you can hold on to pole.
Sí, a ver si hay suerte. Muchas gracias.
Gracias. 0.038, I believe, between yourself and P2. You've knocked Cristiano Morgado off his P1 in the first group. Now he's down to 3. Were you thinking, this is my chance? Were you feeling fast?
Yeah, all weekend, honestly, I've been good. I ended the day yesterday, P1, and this morning I was 4th, and then in the last practice session I was back to P1, clear by about 2/10, and so I knew going into qualifying we had a good hot rod and just needed to lay down a good lap, and my mechanic, Jesse, thanks to him, he was waving me in, come on in, and then I had to sit there for 5 minutes and, hear Rob yelling fast times by other people, and I was worried, but at the end of the day we held off for the pole that I really wanted.
It's fantastic, and I know you've been here before, haven't you, to the grand finals?
Yeah, last year was my first go at it, and it's hard to believe I've been karting since I was 9 years old, and I didn't think I could actually learn something, but believe it or not, I learned by some mistakes last year, and we had a pretty fast car last year, and in the final I was passing for 5th and got tangled up with someone and ended up finishing 17th, which is not the result I was looking for, and so this year, I regroup and focus, and so far we have the pace, so now if we can stay up front through the weekend, we'll be good.
Yeah, and of course, this is the best chance, isn't it? You're on home ground. No. Now, you've already taken, in juniors, Kyle Kirkwood is taking pole already, so that's 2 Yankees there at the top. Yeah. What do you reckon? Is it going to be a good chance for you guys? You've got a strong team?
Yeah, we've got a great team this year. We had a really good team last year, and just, at this level, you never know what happens in the races. The racing is just, so intense, and in the senior category, we've got, some guys running up front. Daniel Formal's been in the front of the field the whole weekend, so I suspect he'll be putting a run for the pole as well.
Yeah. Okay, we're about to go out now for the next session, which is the DD2. So well done, Alan, and good luck in the racing tomorrow.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Daniel was just caught up there with the weigh-in, obviously very, very important straight after taking pole position in qualifying. Now, Daniel, you were telling me you qualified through the Pan American Championship here a few weeks ago, so you've had really quite a good chance to get used to this circuit.
Yeah, of course. About 3 weeks ago, the Pan Am was here. We came in with not knowing what to expect, of course, but since the weekend started, we were really quick. The track really fit my style. Everything was great in the Pan Am. We won pretty much everything that there was to win the whole event. So we kept pushing through that momentum to come here and do the same.
Yeah, and I was talking to Pierre-Luc Houlet a little bit earlier. He was the quickest in the first session of the DD2. He said, yeah, some old guys like him, some young guys like you, 17 years old, and it's going to be great racing.
Yeah, of course. We're racing against European world champions here. I'm very thankful that I could beat them all in qualifying, but I got to race against Ben, against Sen, against Pierre-Luc, one of the best drivers I've raced against, and I can't wait to show what I got in the heats and in the final.
Yeah, and of course, like you were saying earlier, a little bit fitter maybe than the older guys, but they've got the experience.
Yeah, of course. I've only probably been racing 9 years. They've probably been racing my age. So they do have a field advantage over me, but it's okay. I'm young. I'm here to learn, and hopefully I could teach them something.
Well, it's really been a great effort because the qualifying was so close. So Daniel Formal, fantastic. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit more about it in the studio at 6 o'clock, so stay with us live. And also more about our competition online with Facebook and what's happening. And yeah, we'll be watching. It's a long way to go, 3 heats, so good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All very, very happy guys, Ken. The pole sitters for tomorrow's heat racing, the start of the heat racing. Really interesting to talk to them. And of course you get first thoughts, and most of them were really like, this is really good. We got it together, the team got it together, a few issues beforehand, but in the end, fantastic.
I was particularly impressed with what Alan Rudolph had to say.
Yeah.
It seems to me that, okay, he's DD2 Masters, he's got all the experience, but it seemed to me the mature racing brain, the absolute perfect strategy. I honestly do believe that Alan Rudolph will be one of the biggest threats to anybody else if you're looking to defeat the American guy in the particular class.
He was very strong, very strong. And of course knocking Cristiano Morgado off at this point and saying, yeah, but we knew we were fast, we can do this.
Yeah.
So.
One of the, out of the many attributes you need, starting with the skill, the setup, the speed, what have you, the right mindset counts, and he struck me as having it right. Now, that's not to say that Cristiano's not got it. We've seen Cristiano so many times have a modest set of preliminary days, and on race day, click, it all happens. But I think that's a mouth-watering prospect, DD2 Masters.
I did actually speak with Cristiano because he was the quickest in the first group.
Indeed.
And again, he's the most modest 3 times world champion I've met. He's like, yeah, but there's a lot of nice guys, you know, here they're good drivers and it's really good racing and I'm so happy to be here.
I think he honestly is, you know.
Yeah.
He's here to race to win,
Yeah.
but I do believe he feels it's a privilege to be here. We first saw him in 2003, so he's been around a while.
But of course the DD2 Masters is full of experience, as you know. A lot of guys that have raced, the French also have a very strong team. They've raced for many years, these guys, and now there they are all together, the place to be at the end of the season, the biggest event. And
Well,
it's going to get tough.
Of the French, Team France, Michael Dauphin, that was the shock to me. If you were to say to me, was there any real shocks in those there?
Yeah.
I reckon I'm going to say I honestly did not expect Michael Dauphin to be right up there.
Yeah.
Alan Rudolph, yes. Chris Magado, yes. Derek Wang, yes. Martin Pierce, yes. But Michael Dauphin, only 0.042 of a second slower than Alan Rudolph, quicker than everybody else. There is a dark horse, a Noir Cheval, if you like, Cheval Noir.
The black horse of the DD2 Masters. Now, of course, below this, we've then got Scott Campbell and so many different drivers that, you know, we've seen there before. And, of course, not to focus only on the DD2 Masters, but in the DD2, we have...
Well, can I just pitch in because you've mentioned Scott Campbell, qualified only 15th, but that makes me think, hey, we're in for some good racing because if some of these really quick guys are going to be starting mid-grid, that's going to add for some really, really quality
racing. But you know
racing.
what was interesting? The two sessions, when you mix them together, because Scott was about 6 or 7 in his group, when you mix them together, they're so close.
That's right.
That suddenly he's down P15.
Yeah.
But when you spread them out in the heat racing, of course, it's going to make a big difference as well in coming through, like you say.
Yeah.
We've got some action, and it's all live, so everyone can keep their eyes on the screen and not miss any of it, even if you're not here in New Orleans. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's another hot prospect.
The DD2 class. Now, of course, here we have Pierre-Luc take best lap in the first session in the odds, and in the evens, Daniel Formal, and 17 years old only. Pierre-Luc even had said to me after the first session, I'm one of the old guys here.
Yeah.
There's all these young guys here coming up from seniors. It's really going to, you know, not be so easy.
No, indeed not. I mean, Ben Cooper and Pierre-Luc Ouellet immediately behind Danny Formal. That is the threat you'd expect. Again, the little surprise for me, I am impressed with his racing, but I honestly did not expect to see Kaz Vasiliauskas of Lithuania up there, 4th quickest in DD2 Open. Really didn't. Quicker than Mikolaiho, quicker than Sean Babington, than Matthias Dettige, Seamus Udaversius.
Seamus, yes, his teammate, Seamus, the
You'd have
former
put Energy
European
Racing
champion.
Lithuania, Seamus number 1, wouldn't you? But Kaz has got there. Cassandra Rua down in 11th place, don't write him off.
No.
Sean Slavin has found some late season form, qualifying from the Rotax International Open.
Yeah, he actually pulled out of the session a little early. The exhaust had a problem and he came in. But he felt like he just had that little bit more, but it was over for him. So who knows what can happen.
In that case, that's even more impressive because I didn't know that of Sean.
Yeah. No, I spoke with his dad and he told me straight after. He said, but it's okay. He said, we've got a little bit of speed there.
Fair
it's
enough.
okay. Okay, now looking at the senior max, this was an interesting situation. The first session went out and, of course, Carlos Gil was the quickest in the first session. Of course, we spoke with him here. He doesn't speak so much English, but he did tell me a little bit, though I guess in the end he said, we had some issues, but it all came together. The team worked hard, and he was really, really excited. I think he's really pumped now for the heat racing. However, in the second session, it was a little bit of chaos there because a lot of the drivers were kind of hanging back, waiting for the likes of Charlie Eastwood, looking for a good run to get the slipstream. In some cases, and in the case of the fastest guy in the group, Daniel Rochford, he ended up P8 overall.
That's right.
But he said he only got one clear lap then.
Well, that is always the danger, isn't it? And I admire the guys that'll go out early. It rarely works. But this business of in a 15-minute session waiting until it's 9.5 to go, I really don't like to see that. But can I just pick up on a point you said right at the start of what you're saying, talking to Carlos Gil, the team effort. There was a time when Carlos was on top of the leaderboard, and Albert Gill
Yes.
was third. Then there was a time when they were first and fourth, and eventually those two have qualified first and sixth. The brothers for Karting Vendrell, the Spanish team. You have to say that that is a surprise for those of us that see a lot of racing in Western Europe. I don't disrespect them. I don't write them off. Far from it. I've seen them in non-Rotax events, in the Formula Kart classes. But that was a stunning performance against the best of the Western Europeans as well as the rest of the world. The likes of Charlie Eastwood in 11th place, Max Aitken, who's come on strong at the end of the season, Ed Brand, who's had a good set of preliminaries. Probably Ed's qualifying competition was probably weaker than most of his non-qualifying.
But also, it wouldn't surprise me. They had a red flag at the end of that session with 1.5 minutes approximately.
John Eastwood did say that hurt us. John Eastwood was suggesting that they'd got something up the sleeve to come and charge through at the end, which may well have been the case.
There, and it was cut a little bit short because they red flagged just before the end for safety reasons, of course, because they had a couple of the carts go off. But we will see, because these guys have the pace, and they showed this in the practice sessions up until qualifying. Who will know what happens with this? Because it's really, for me, I don't know how you pick the
wide open, Jen. Wide open. I came in here. I never make absolute predictions, but I did think in my heart it's going to be hard for anybody to beat the defending champion in DD2, Ben Cooper, for anybody to beat the defending champion in DD2 Masters, Chris Magado. I really thought those two were the ones up, but Alan Rudolph, and now, well, a handful of guys in the other class are all that, for me, what I thought was a little bit of a, not a known quantity, but where there's a clear favourite. I think that both of those classes are wide open now.
And of course, as you said, Kyle Kirkwood in Junior Max, we saw him up there in the early stages because he was the first session out, and he was so excited. And in the end, I think it's really fantastic to see one of these young guys who's saying, my first grand finals, I only qualified 3 weeks ago, and it's great to be here. I love being here for the competition.
Well, as I said to you off air, I've seen Kyle Kirkwood here in the USA since he was only about this high, racing in Minimax. I think I've even seen him in Micromax, but certainly a Minimax driver. And one of the things about Kyle Kirkwood is he's got better and better and better steadily. He's not been a flash in the pan in Micromax, flash in the pan in Minimax. He's just been constantly towards the front. And now that he's putting consistency to his game, I've got a lot of time for Kyle Kirkwood. I think both his driving skills and the racing brain that he brings to the party.
It's interesting, isn't it? We mix up a few of the champions from all the different countries, 53 countries, and suddenly you start to see this racecraft, experience, knowledge, everything that you're talking about for the last however many years since they've been in cadets, mini, micro.
Just looking at Kyle's, I mean, Jeff Kingsley from Canada, I don't want to be disrespectful, and I'm certainly not disrespectful of Jeff, but I didn't really think of him as the best of the Canadian juniors. Thomas Issa, perhaps we would have expected something from, especially he spent time with us in Europe and he's come under the mentorship of Ben Cooper as well. The Americans, Luke Selican and Blaine Rocha, yes, expecting those to do well. Little surprise from the United Kingdom that David Wooder has found the form he has late in the season, and it's the point that you've been making. All of a sudden, hey, there's a lot of guys down here. Juan Manuel Correa, the American champion, only qualified in 15th place. I don't write him off, but it does show how open it is, doesn't it?
And I think this is where, with the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals, everyone's on the same equipment. A lot of people know the track, a lot of the local guys, people that have been here racing, but a lot of people don't. So still, it's early days. And hopefully it's also...
Well, let me give you one point to consider on what you've just said. Guan Yu Zhou is one of the guys who knows the place. He came here a month ago to the Pan Am and won it.
European champion.
European champion. Struggled a little bit today in qualifying, didn't he? He's going to have to do it the hard way, which brings us back to what we're saying. I believe, I honestly do, that we've got 4 very open classes and some great racing coming.
So lucky we're not taking bets, isn't it? The only thing we can bet on, though, is the weather, because it's going to get warmer. That's what the internet tells me. The only problem is, Ken, is a little bit of rain has popped up on my weather pattern here. So today, as you know, this morning, 5 degrees, but felt like -4. But at least the wind has stopped now. But for tomorrow, Thursday, around 13, 14, 24 degrees maximum. So
well, this
not
is a
so
change
bad.
from what I saw, because the one I saw less than 24 hours ago suggested we got the rain on the Saturday for finals. And to be honest, I'd rather have the rain on the Friday. We've got morning heats and afternoon second chance race. And if that gives us a clear Saturday, so much the better. But then there's so many people who are whispering in my ear, Ken, I'll be glad when the rain comes. I go better in the wet.
I heard this also. But tomorrow, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. So we can at least take off one of the jackets tomorrow. And maybe we look forward to some rain, but who knows? I have to check again tomorrow and see if the rain's still coming.
Well, if my last word on the weather would be, as an Englishman in November, a 66 high tomorrow with intermittent clouds, that'll do me, Jen.
Okay, we'll be here for the action, coming to you live. And once again, don't forget, vote for your best or your favourite helmet on Facebook tomorrow, and we'll get the challenge running. We'll give that a plug. Come back and join us in the studio. But in the meantime, tomorrow, track action once again, 2 heats after the warm-up. And we'll see who's doing what and what's happening for the last day. Maybe some rain there to make it even more interesting for the third heat on Friday. Thank you, Ken, for joining me. And
pleasure, Jen.
Great once again to have you calling all the action. So keep listening to Ken, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. And I'll see you in the morning anyway. So good night, and thanks for joining us.